welcome to my channel. I've shuffled the cards already, so I'll just go right ahead, jump right into our reading. And on the bottom of the deck, I had the card struggle. Struggle. Eight of Arrows. So arrows being air sign energy, some intellectual energy. A lot of times when I see this card, I think of anxiety. I think of anxiety. So some of you may have been going through a lot of stress, possibly emotional, but maybe toxic thinking, since it's an air sign and not a water sign. Think toxic thinking. So let's see how this plays out in relationship with the other cards, because my first thought when I pulled this, and it was upside down based on that. I mean, I don't really read upside downs in here. I feel like you guys have been going through a struggle recently. Like this has been a really tough time, somewhere around your birthday or just afterwards. Like maybe there's some frustration that you're not where you want to be at the beginning of your new personal year. And then again, maybe that's just one person who needs to relate with that energy. But I really feel like this struggle energy is moving into your past tense very quickly. I don't think it's going to hang around for much, much longer. It's almost like, you see this hole? Sometimes it looks to me like something he's going to fall into, or she. This to me looks like the Bugs Bunny hole in the ground where the house is. Like he's going to climb down into that hole and that's his nest. He's almost at his destination. That's how I'm seeing this card today. Justice. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one up with it. You have been clearing something out of your life. And I think this is the struggle that you've come from. Like, let me do this for a minute. It seems to me that your struggle that you've been going through has been about you clearing something. You're moving away from something. Maybe it was a toxic relationship, a toxic job or business practice. Wands is fire, so it can kind of be about anything you feel passionate about. But I kind of feel like there's something that you were leaving behind because it was no longer suiting you or serving your purposes. It's possible that there were legal issues involved with it, because I've got this big old Justice card right here. And this Justice card is telling me, hey, man, legal issues. It could be issues of fairness, being treated fairly, being right, being spot on. So this is about you getting rid of something in your life, and you're thinking that it's the right thing to do. This really does seem to be that way. Now, this moon can be about illusion, and that's part of why your decision to clear this has been so difficult for you. But then I do have to ask the question, if you're not sure whether it's deceptive, delusional, or straight truth, you're still in the same quandary. To me, it still is in your right mind or your best world to be clearing it. If you can't absolutely trust the person, why are you playing with that? Because at the end of the day, it's not about whether they've wronged you in some way. It's about, can you trust the person? And sometimes it's them, and sometimes it's us. That's another place where it's going to take this kind of judgment. And this justice, it sounds like you really want clear-cut answers and solutions. You're not trying to do the wrong thing here. You're really trying to do what makes sense. Like, I feel like you're coming from a place of honor and integrity in doing what you need to do. But you do want to clear this stuff because there is a new potential. Your intuition has been telling you that something's wrong. There's a primordial understanding. This is about the birth of a new thing, a new idea, a new child, a new energy. But this is also about cycles, month-long cycles, 28 days in like patterns. So this is about your intuition, though, too. You may be clearing things based on your intuition, but you know that you're right. So you're doing that, and it's working out. And this pole star energy as well. Another night sky visitor. We have the pole star. In the northern hemisphere, the pole star is, of course, Polaris, and it is the North Star, which guides us when we are navigating. This is about hope and faith and trust. And by tapping into your intuition, Moon, you're being led to your best options. You're trusting in this journey and you're taking action. In fact, you're not wasting time. This is passionate energy. This is communication. This is movement. This is travel. Leaving one place for another. I mean, once you made this decision, it was like you could not even waste your time. You were going to be moving on with it. It was like you were tired of being around. I think for some of you, this was about breaking up with somebody. You had to get out of that situation. You had to leave that situation, and you were not wasting your time. Even this energy feels brisk to me, even though he's not walking fast. But look at how fast the wind is going. It's like you were done, and you knew it was the right thing to do. You were ready to move on with it, and you were communicating, taking care of your stuff, and moving out and moving onward into your own best direction. And yes, you've been taking your responsibilities very seriously, and you've been, taking care of business, taking care of your home and your hearth fire, right? But shouldering your responsibility here while guided by stars to your truest home and taking personal responsibility for yourself in your life and how it turns out. So this wasn't an easy thing to do in any sense of it, but it's like you had to go through this icy, blinding Arctic freeze, chill, wind to be able to get to your warmest, coziest hearth fire and your most warm, sympathetic home. And I'm just going to pull these out together too. Fulfillment and healing to come. 3 of Wands. Fulfillment and healing. You feel so much better. It's like you just knew you needed to do this thing. And you are on your way. Look at the stark contrast between struggle and fulfillment. And both fulfillment and ecstasy. And that spiritual ecstasy. Can be sexual, can be physical, can be spiritual, can be emotional ecstasy. Fulfillment, feeling alive again. There's a feeling of leaving the coldness. I mean, with the exception of Justice, look at the cold colors over here. Like they're dark and, things look crispy and the trees are barren, and again, we've got like the dark of night and the fire and these barks of these trees. I don't know. But there's a sense of tapping into a newfound respect for oneself. You feel proud of yourself for the steps that you've taken. And with good reason. With good reason. So you're proud of the steps that you have taken, but there's also a mental reservation about people. You're going to be blocking people who may want to come in. I think it went like that. I don't know why I keep shaking up the cards and then I don't put them back right. But anyway, with the respect card, this is also the wounded warrior card. And so this wounded warrior is quite guarded. Be careful that you're not allowing new opportunities to come in, but give yourself space and seek healing to help you move through your reservations. You'll see how these figures, even in that motion like that, you see all these rods standing straight on end. They look like prison walls. And he's defending himself. His back is to those prison walls. Then here we see another couple wands, but there's a great big opening right there for a passage to go through. it's like a freeing. It's like you're being let out of a cage. You're opening up the bars to your jail cell and letting yourself out. And that's this feeling here. So guardedness, yes. Wounded warrior spirit, yes. But also a respect for self because you did the harder thing that was right. You didn't sit back and just say, forget it, I'll just stay here because I'm already situated. No. If you're not emotionally and mentally situated, you're not really situated. So let me shuffle an oracle card. And then I have fur babies to feed. Okay, good. We had a jumper here. Mystic healer. Healing energy flows through you. And I have to say, that brings me to this fulfillment card, right? So take this as it resonates here. Okay, I'll bring these up together. Inner and outer healing on all levels is occurring in your life. A situation, relationship, or physical challenge is being resolved. Have faith that it's happening. This is the time to find the source of challenges. Transform inner grievances. Do it now. You no longer need to carry it with you. You are a healing force for others, even if you're not aware of it. The sacred traveler wants you to know there are times when the traveler steps off his path, to search for the mystic healer. The healer instructs that everything in nature has the intrinsic ability to restore itself and reminds you that you also have this powerful ability within you. For healing to occur on the outside, it's essential for healing to occur on the inner planes. To do this, meditate by visualizing a beautiful, vital future for yourself and trust that recovery is on the way. Past life issues may be emerging in order to be released. Mystic healers are working with you to resolve emotional and physical challenges. Be patient and have faith that beneath the surface, all is well. And all will be well. Put your trust into the universe. It will not let you down. All will be well for you. I'm trying to find a spot where that doesn't glare up for you. Real quickly, I still intend to do the monthly readings. I'm not sure yet if I can continue to do the mid-month readings. And the reason being my calendar is just really, really busy right now. I'm also putting a pause on the individual readings just now, personal readings that I do. So, because I need to concentrate on my classes that I'm taking this spring. So, anyway, in my job and trying to maintain any semblance of a work-life sleep balance. So, anyhow, thank you all for watching my video. I really appreciate that.